How's it going, guys? Coffee here. Today I wanted to go over some NetherRealm farming strategies for those either that are stuck in tier 7 or are just in tier 8 and they're looking to make extra money or to earn money a little bit faster. First things, let's go over some trees that work for people that do not have any pack spirits. If you don't have any loot pack spirits, one of the best ones to do is actually going to be Blacksail. And then if you're doing this on tier 7, you want to be doing a Blacksail along with just points inside of the commodities talent tree here. So first things first, you want to be going for these winding keys. Winding keys are about like 0.7 FE per right now. So those add up very quickly. And then you do get raw FE drops from doing star shards, so I'd still put the points in those if you're going to boss rush. So grab basically this wheel here, these winding keys, grab these points here for star shards, grab the points for the chests here. And then what you want to be doing is you want to be just putting your points into Blacksail all the way just to ensure that it's spawning. It'll save you basically 2 FE per map by not having to buy the compass for Blacksail. And then if you do still have additional points, you want to basically make sure you're putting them in here into this one here for Whispers of Wonder. For tier 7, you want to explicitly be focusing on Whispers of Wonder, where it is always going to be focusing on stacking memory scraps. That is going to be your best money. They are only like 0.15 FE per, but what ends up happening if you are focusing memory scraps exclusively from your Blacksail, you will end up basically getting a lot of them because you're stacking the quantity bonuses on top of just getting like large base stacks of memory scraps, and then you're stacking that on top of like your percentage chance to get memory scraps and everything as well. If you are on tier 8 though, you do actually want to be focusing on having it you want to be going after armaments for tier 8, because starting in tier 8 is when you can actually start getting tier 1 mods on the memories. And that's where you are making decent money or have a chance to actually find good sellable memories. So I typically will run with a mix of with just the memories kind of on here. And then I will be going for all of the quantity of memories, and I'm just going to focus explicitly on memories. And basically, if the memories are junk, you just end up breaking them down. And then those will break down into the same memory scraps and then memory threads as well. The only memory threads you only really care about selling are the epic ones, but if you get any of the epic memories and they're junk, you can always scrap them. And they're going to be 2.1 to 2.2 FE per. And then if not, you might get a good memory that's worth 20 FE or something like this, right? And then you can see here basically a lot of just selling memory scraps and memory threads repeatedly. Just kind of cycling these maps. For me, if you are doing it on tier 8, it's worth it. You can just afford to buy the compass for it. So you can run this along with another league mechanic. The compass itself is only a few FE. I think it's like under 2 FE for the single entrance Blacksail, and then the Blacksail where you get to enter or where you get to complete it more than once is like a little over 4. I guess I ran out right before I went to bed, so I don't actually have any on me, but let's go ahead and buy some. It'll kind of showcase what it's like. The other kind of strategies that I have been doing in here for the NetherRealm are mainly been doing Dream as well. I do have the Dream pet, so that does definitely help. I mean, he's only level 2, so it's not crazy, but anything is better than nothing. If you don't have a pet, Cube is probably a better strategy to be running with Blacksail instead. If you are on tier 8, I'm specifically doing a Cube strat here where I am focusing, where I'm not getting star shards, but I am getting 3 specific cards. every single map, or three specific cards with this cube tree. So I am trying to target farm the card that this one here, where all monsters are replaced by Malice incarnations. So going for that, basically just trying to hit that for big value if you can. So I was also working on basically getting it to where I was unlocking the rest of my tree through 8-1 and 8-2. So I either did finish that or I'm very close to finishing that. So let me let's buy some things here to kind of show you what it looks like with Dream and Blacksail. Again, if you're just doing tier 7 farming, you do just need to you just want to be, again, focusing on doing a boss rush on a map like Demimin Village, or even a map like down here in Voidlands. This Filthy Forest is pretty good. You will always typically find your Blacksail monster as well there on the way. There's a few different ones that you can do. So just kind of pick whatever you want for that, whatever map you can stomach to just basically repeatedly go and run. And then just basically spam through. You're going to be getting those winding keys. You're going to be getting those star shards, which you can then run the bosses afterwards for raw FE, since they remove the beacons. And then you can, again, continue to sell the Blacksail materials. And for the last ones, for those, again, if you are on tier 8, then you can buy these Blacksail compasses. You can see the blue ones are cheaper. If the purple ones are going for basically twice the price of the other ones, I will typically just buy those. So we'll just go for that. And then we'll just buy one to showcase for this real fast. And then let's go ahead and run it. And you can kind of see what it looks like for Dream and Blacksail. And then I can get the tree set up for the Dream and Blacksail that I'm running here as well. So I might as well get this done while I'm doing. So something else you can do, if you don't know, is say you have things that are not completed here on tier 8-1 or 8-2. I don't actually really feel like farming on 8-2 because it's kind of annoying, honestly. So I always actually just run things on tier 8-0. You can do the same thing on 7-0. And then what you can do is you can just use this for the for what you're running on your maps. And then once you actually get to the 8 star shards for the boss, you can actually just once you actually have your star shards for your boss, then you can just actually go through and then you can go through and you can just do the boss on 8-1 or 8-2 with that completion from there. So you can focus on doing your farming strategy in 8-0 if you don't want to deal with all the annoying mobs, and then just again go do the boss fights. Which, you know, if you're at a point where doing 8-2 is typically, the issues that I have with 8-2 are more that it's like they just add more environmental effects that get kind of annoying. It's not like really a damage issue. It's just more of like you have more things on the ground to be dodging, which can be a pain. So I don't typically like having to do that. So I don't typically try to do that. Oh, I guess this accidentally ended up on the cube tree with Blacksail, but that's fine. I thought this was on the dream tree, but I guess I swapped to cube at some point last night. I don't know. This is what happens when I end up playing the game or streaming a bit later than I normally do. So I guess this tree is not fixed yet, or I was supposed to reset the thing. This is still on like a tree here with cube and Blacksail. So here we go. And then we just, again, if you are running armaments and wonder, then you basically always want to focus on armament. And then if you get to the point where you just have like a bunch of points for your for memories, and you basically want to either hit like a really high quant or high rarity, then you would end up running Whispers of Wonder instead. So let's go ahead and take this again. So because we're on tier 8, we're going to be focusing on just stacking these additional hero memories or drop rarity. So this one is better, like +8. And typically, again, what you're going to be farming, I already got a good rarity for the first one. So now I'm just going to be focusing on just as many memories as I could possibly get. And then we have this one here, because we are running the double with the compass. It does mean we're cycling Blacksails quite a bit faster. We are spending a little bit of money per map, but it's worth it just because of what we're actually getting in the end. And then again, same thing here. So this is going to 64% additional hero quant here. And then you can just do that. If you don't have the pet, then this is like 30% still, but 30% more is still a lot. So either way, this is what you'd end up wanting to take. So sack that quant, and then basically when everything's done, you're going to get a massive explosion of stuff. Same for cube. I don't have any cube pets or anything. So this cube tree, it's just, you do this, you go. Memories are worth a lot of money right now, or slates rather are worth a lot of money, especially all of the blessing slates. A lot of the other things, they're still worth a ton. So those are different things you can do. If you have any questions, then leave them in the comments down below. And other than that, see you in the next one.